Go ahead, believe it. I don't believe that shit. Even you're gonna put in front of me a guy who you're gonna say he's sick with the AIDS, I'm still gonna say he's probably sick with different sickness. The doctor's saying AIDS because he signed up under that conspiracy.
Huh.
And doctors right now, today's days, they need to sign up under that conspiracy. Why? Because they're making millions.
Right.
All that countries give tons of money to the foundations and the foundations to the labs who doing the phony researchers on about non-existing sickness. Okay? This is a billion-dollar industry.
Right.
Understand?
But why would AIDS be not real over, why would it just be cancer?
It's not gonna be cancer. It's gonna be like somebody sick with some deadly sickness, like hepatitis C or something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they just like say, hey, you're gonna die. He's gonna die anyway. He has a deadly sickness. Let's put him under the AIDS, on the list of the AIDS. He's gonna die anyway. Who cares?
Right.
You know what I mean? They finding on some person deadly sickness and put that person under the AIDS. That's it. Who's gonna check it out? All the doctors in this conspiracy. Who's gonna say, hey, wait a minute. I just checked this guy's blood. He doesn't have AIDS. It's not such a thing like AIDS exists. Nobody's gonna say. Because the medical industry making on this shit billions of dollars.
Right.
And the government and the fucking the church, they sell the condoms and keep the people in the fear that they don't gonna have so many sex.
Yeah, that's true.
Unprotected sex, I mean.
Well, I'm not arguing that the government didn't administer AIDS. I do believe that. But AIDS is a real disease.
I don't believe that.
It's an immune deficiency.
Like I said, they can put any sickness under the fucking AIDS, man, and tell you it's AIDS, and you're gonna believe it.
Maybe, but what about the blood work?
Who's doing the blood work?
Doctors, professionals.
Exactly!
But you think
I just told you the doctors
and
didn't sign up on that conspiracy.
Every
man.
doctor in the whole world is in on the same conspiracy?
Yes!
Oh, well, isn't that convenient?
Why? Because who gives them licenses to practice the medicine? Government. So who's gonna take their licenses if they don't gonna listen? They don't gonna do what they told to do.
Right.
The government.
You're right.
So guess what? The doctor doesn't have an option. Did not sign up under that kind of conspiracies. Why? Because if they don't, they will fucking lose their license.
Wow. Maybe, dude. Maybe. I'd like to think that,
Let me tell you one thing. I had a friend, a doctor. He died.
was he in on the conspiracy?
Let me tell you. I asked him question. Does the AIDS exist as a sickness? You know what was his answer?
What?
Like this. I'll come back to you in a week about that. I said, okay. So next week, from that conversation, we're supposed to talk about that.
Right.
And he's dying in a car accident.
What?
Yeah.
You think that they killed him on purpose because they didn't want you to find out about it?
He's dying in a car accident. And guess how he died?
How?
He parked his car in a fucking parking lot, okay? To fucking get out of the back seat something. He coming out of the car, opening a back door,
Yeah.
leaning in to get something. The car with the speed coming and hitting his door,
Yeah.
pushing him inside of the car,
And killed him?
and then they taking him to the hospital. The emergency coming 40 minutes later. 40! Then usually they come in 10-15 minutes. When they take to the hospital, they say it's too late. Internal bleeding, done too much damage. We can't save him. And he died in the hospital from internal bleeding.
Wow. And you think that's because he was going to tell you about the AIDS thing?
He was ready to talk about that. Not only AIDS, but different stuff. He told me one thing, which is my father died from the cancer. Okay?
Yeah, my uncle died from lung cancer.
Okay. My dad died from the lung cancer, laying down in the ICU, intensive care unit, and he died over there. Let me tell you one thing. I still don't have proof, and I'm never gonna have a proof, but doctors killed my dad. Okay? My dad was refusing to take chemotherapy. He was saying, I don't need it. I'm cool. I can fight this without that shit. Okay? So, the doctor, my friend, came to me and says, your dad's thing gonna go to the worse. They're gonna connect him to the machines. Okay? So once they connect him to the machines, they're gonna come to you and gonna tell you, then we recommend to turn off the machines. Okay? And I'm gonna let you know, then don't turn on my father's machines.
Right.
Don't turn it off. Okay? Why they gonna do that? Because insurance companies who pay, for example, $200,000 for that bed,
Right.
they pay $100,000 cash to the doctor, saying convince the family to turn off the fucking machine. And you're gonna get their $100,000 undetected, non-taxable cash money.
Right.
Okay? So doctor coming to you and telling you, I recommend to turn off your dad's machine.
Life support. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I told the doctor, no, I don't want it. And my dad already connected to the machines, and he wasn't unconscious. Okay? So I was the one who was making the decisions on his behalf, and my mother. So what I made the decision, I said, can you start right now chemotherapy on him? I'm the one who's making decisions. I'm saying start the chemotherapy on him right now. It's gonna make some changes? They said possibly. So guess what? The day that I'm telling him to start the chemotherapy, next day my dad getting right away worse and in 1 hour dying.
Wow. That's creepy, dude.